Back to Clover.
Back to the Clover. Here we go. Hitting the 2-hour mark. Man, I can't remember the last time there was this much action in 2 hours. Just this many people in 2 hours.
Yeah. It really is. It's probably, if not, you know, almost everybody, like the pretty vast majority of people that are on this server right now are like right the fuck here.
Yep.
There's only 80 something.
80 something total.
Yeah. Across
For all the servers.
I mean, this is kind of prime time for this server, but still.
Yeah, I imagine this is when US West starts to have people roll in. I'm not sure how populated it is. I've never actually played on it. I think Phaedrius had like his main on US West for a long time, and he said it was really like really chill, and like everyone just liked to group up and kind of fly together, and there weren't many pirates or that sort of thing. And it let him do all of his sneaky stuff. Waiting on people's ships in bubbles for hours until they take off so that he can steal something. Just so much patience.
Well, and I've watched like Kiwo and Kraken and that group streaming there over on US West.
Oh, okay.
There's nobody over there, and then when they do run into people, it's one big happy family for the most part, from what I've seen. Of course, it may be that everybody that they're running into are viewers.
Oh, that's true. I think like about how US East sort of is right now, and I imagine that West is the same, where it's just a really small group of people, so they don't, you know, muck with each other too much because, you know, you have to coexist. When there's enough people that you can like attack someone and not be seen for a long time or something, you know, it's a little different. It's different than when, like, you know, like Anne. If we were to attack Anne, it's like I see her every day that I play. And I don't want to attack her every day. It's ones like that guy. Never heard of his name before, ever. And probably won't hear of it again.
I mean, I hope we do. I honestly, like, I hope that every new name that we see again. And I hope
Oh, I mean, like, I don't mean that I hope they're not in the game or anything. I just mean that my hope would be that, like, eventually, you know, you run into people like that, and it's like you don't just run into them so often. It might be months, you know?
Right.
It was like yesterday.
Yeah, like running into Dota God.
Yeah, exactly. Or yesterday I ran into Proxy Moose, who wrote that proxy firewood message on that one island.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, oh, crazy, man. Like, I remember seeing him around way back, like, early summer. But hadn't seen him in ages. And he said it was like the first time he'd loaded up the game in a month or something. See, that's where I'd be really ticked off. If, like, I loaded up the game in a month to see what had changed and not much, like, nothing really had changed. Like, you had a Halloween costume, but that's it.
Yeah. Same shit.
Yeah, I'd be frustrated.
You want to stay on the ship or drop down?
I'll stay on the ship if I can get back on. There we go. $2,700. So yeah, that client restart fixed the gun issue. They all look normal now. Although, these ones at the back, I don't think I've ever seen the connector piece like they have. It's got like a piston or something in it. They're neat looking. why don't those ones have it? Do you have the same cannons on the front and back?
Nope.
Oh. Oh, I see one.
Those titanium ones I stole.
Oh, you stole the actual cannons themselves?
Yeah. Well, I chased the guy, and I boarded him, and saw how good the cannons were, so then I took off his reviver, and took the ship over to an island and pulled him off.
Oh, nice. Oh, Fosty says, Super Jeff had a visit with Bossa Kirk today about him. I guess he made a video because his ship, the other day, I was with Max in Canton, and the same thing happened to me where I was PvPing solo, and then got on their ship. My ship was still running slowly, and when I tried to respawn, I gray screened, and then gray screened a bunch more times until I finally got on. It was in a sand wall, and I was able to get it out in one piece, but Jeff wasn't, and I guess he had like 12 engines on it, and he had just finished building it.
So what did...
So I guess, I don't know, Fosty was just saying that Bossa Kirk had a visit with him.
Huh.
And Kirk gave him Q10 mats to rebuild 4 engines. Jeff said he's done with the game until after the wipe. Doesn't like being stuck in Canton without a full build. Not a bad place to be stuck, says Fosty. But yeah, that's a great thing. Gives him Q10 mats to rebuild 4 engines, and he had 12 on the ship. That's almost insulting. If you're gonna, like, comp the guy, just comp him all of it. You're a goddamn server admin, you can just poof the shit out of thin air. What does it matter if you poof 1,000 or 10,000? Oh, that's funny. But you know what? If shit like that gets out, it's gonna set a precedent where every time someone loses a ship to a glitch, they're like, "Hey, I want my Q10 mats, please."
Yep. Shit, I lost all my jet engines. Getting out of...
Yeah, just today.
Sand walls are broken.
It's like, boss is gonna need to set up a little like insurance plan. We're all gonna need to take out goddamn ship insurance before we start flying these things.
Yep. Every time you lose a panel to a fucking manta.
Fosty, you're curious how he got Kirk to show? Well, usually I get Kirk to show by calling an admin a bad name in the forums. That's usually how he appears in front of me. But I don't know how others summon him. Don't show codes on stream. Clip by Rodeo. Is that from my stream? When I entered the code?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good point. Here I was being slick and giving it to you in Discord.
Yep, didn't even think of it. Oh well, I've never been too concerned with it.
Yeah.
Only because it's as simple as you know, if someone comes and enters the code, you just get on the helm and bubble it up quick, bubble it down, and it changes the code.
Yep.
But
let's go
always a good point. You never know what could happen. All of a sudden, fling, 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 and fucking all the pieces are coming off your ship. Oh, Fosty says no, it's someone else. It's someone else's clip. But I did show it on stream before, so always good to take a tip. And Fosty removed the spawner so they couldn't get on after the code change. He felt like a Jedi. Well, that's some pretty tricky trickery for sure.
I'm gonna head back to prison and see what's going on there.
Ooh, good idea.
See if they're still there. Let me check and see if that one guy messaged me back about the glider skin from last night. The guy that we accidentally sank.
Oh, right. The manta.
Get it.
It was the manta's fault.
Where? Oh, you said that. Never mind.
Oh,
I thought you were talking about mantas on us.
Nope. Oh, do we need fuel?
Yeah. A little low.
Oh, got Butterfingers today. There we go.
Yep, there they are. Are they moving? Yeah, they're moving.
Off towards the clover. There's Nikki's little ship back there still with Wovets beside each other. A yar. Now that looks like a pirate ship.
Yep. Yeah, it looks badass.
Yeah. I mean, it's totally useless the way that the game's played for PvP, but it looks so awesome. I don't think it may have one cannon on the back.
Yeah, I'm on them, so go ahead and slow us down.
Yep.
They're heading back to Clover.
Yeah, I'm just shadowing them above their 6. These, it's Anne's ship, Fosty. They're doing, them and Wovet are doing some kind of event like Hunger Games or something. We don't, Snappy and I don't really know what's going on, but we've just been sort of on the periphery of it, maybe causing a bit of a fuss. Jaymz, Texas. Now that sounds like an all-American name. Jaymz, Texas is quarterback for his high school football team. We're on one click of accelerator and we're still just barely not overtaking them.